Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you all. I am Clarissa Myers coming to you live from the city of Sterling, Virginia. And I just come to you every morning, Monday through Friday, just to share something with you that can help you in your personal life and on your journey as you go through life. It could even help you in your business. And so for the last week, going on 2 weeks, I've been just delving a little deeper into those six rules that help you achieve success. And what started me on this path was Dr. Robert F. Smith. When he did that gesture, I had no clue who he was. And so Evan Carmichael had been kind of like harnessing those 10 success rules that Robert had shared. And so I've been just delving a little deeper and seeing how it applies to me. And as I learn new things, I share with spiritual entrepreneurs because I am a spiritual entrepreneur. I am one who knows that I was placed on this planet to do great things. And so I've been discovering greatness in all of its forms and recognizing what it is, and where I can apply some of those to my life. I'm doing that, and in the hopes of helping somebody else start their discovery journey in the greatness in themselves. Good morning, Sips. Good morning to you. Glad that you can join me this morning. Good morning, Stephen. Stephen, thank you for joining me. So I had shared, so far I've shared 7 tips, and today I'm going to share, not tips, rules. The rules for success. Today I'm going to share rule number 8, which is learn to enjoy figuring things out. That's a big one for me. I know this was, if there's something that you're unsure about and you're a little bit timid or you're fearful that you're going to mess up, and so sometimes the fear is so great that you are even afraid to try. And for me, I was a teacher for 35 years. I loved it. But when it came to technology, because, things that I'm not in the millennial group, I'm a boomer. And I recognized that the technology, how all that stuff, I recognized that was not my forte. But we don't need to be afraid of it, when you feel like you're under the gun and you have to get something done and you have to utilize this particular form or media or whatever, and you're not sure, and when you try it and then things don't go the way you plan, especially being a teacher in the classroom and you have all your PowerPoints on the thing, on your whatever, your PowerPoint on the computer, and then you're trying to access it and it's not coming, and then your administrator's in the room and they're evaluating you, and it's like, oh, you feel the sweating bullets coming out from under your armpits. It's coming up, but that's stress. But when you make up in your mind that, it's all in how you approach it. Sometimes you think, oh man, I can't do that. If you start thinking negatively, yes, you're right. You can't do it because you're thinking negatively. You have to change your thinking. And you start thinking differently. Say, yeah, I believe in myself. I believe I can do this. Now, sometimes some of us are auditory learners. Some of us are visual learners. Some of us are kinesthetic. You have to put your hands on. I am all three, because with some things I can hear it one time and I know it. Some things I can see how it's done, but when you put them all together, and especially if you have someone who walks you through it, like a coach that can guide you, that's invaluable. So I know for me, what was a challenge is technology. There are other things that may be challenging too, but if you change your mindset to believe that you can do it, and you take your time, you get a quiet spot, and you figure it out. Now, in looking up this, figuring things out, I was trying to see if there's some. This is how my views towards figuring things out. But I looked it up on YouTube, and Evan Carmichael, which I had gotten a lot from him, and I wanted to give him credit because he did a great job in putting together or harnessing those 10 rules for success, which is those things that Robert Smith had spoken of. And I want to make sure I give credit to Evan Carmichael. He also, Evan that is, he put together, or he shared it on his page, Brendan Bouchard. He also has some tips for success or rules for success. And I looked to see what he says. And he gave he had 10 as well. And of his list, enjoying figuring things out. That was the first one. Believe in yourself, to believe that you can figure things out. Because, we all have been blessed with gifts and talents. Some of us, things come more quickly and more easily, but we all have that ability within us, and it just depends on our own